Bundle Up Pack coming soon. That just got announced, I think, today. There's not a whole lot of information on it. It's just been I guess it's just a literal announcement on their Twitter page. Oh, speaking of which, I'm going to shout myself out for a change. You can follow me on my social media, where it's much easier to communicate with me there, especially if there's something you want me to see, because the YouTube comments are they're easy to bury, whereas Facebook and Twitter, where you can find me at GetGoodFox on all of those, the messages last in perpetuity, so it's much easier to find them and respond to them, or if I need them for reference, it's much easier there. But if I remember, I will put the image of the Bundle Up Pack on screen. What I see from it is clothing. I see an ice pick. They're standing by what looks to be a wood burner. I don't know if that's going to be a mod or something. It could be. Like, it looks like a new art asset. I don't recognize that. So if it's something, it's probably a mod that you can install in your base, probably to give you morale. But some people are saying, oh, is this a new weather system? Highly unlikely. Is this a new... basically, is this anything but clothing and, you know, cosmetics and maybe a mod? No, I highly doubt that. They're calling it the Bundle Up Pack, and that's very consistent in the naming to pretty much any other bounty broker pack that they release. So I am pretty confident that this is a bounty broker pack. I think that's exactly what this is. Let's see, let me check out the base real quick. Don't need to turn on the water. I'm pretty sure we will need to activate the garden sometime this episode, but looks like we're pretty good at the moment. So I got more of your questions. Got actually more questions this time. Let me click and drag it over so I can see it. In this episode, as far as what we're going to do in the episode is... I'm probably going to blow up some of these plague arts, to be completely honest. And in the meantime, I will answer some questions. Let me grab some of these. I'm going to need to install this thingy here, which is going to take a moment. Let me bring a weapon that is capable of finishing the plague heart off. I think this weapon is perfectly fine for that purpose. I'm going to watch some more of these. How am I doing on... I'm actually doing okay on samples. Not amazing, but after we kill some plague arts, we'll start to regain our samples. What's the status on my weapon? My weapon could use a little bit of a repair. So, the first question is, while it's installing, I guess I'll go out on patrol. Do exiled survivors return to the Legacy Survivor Pool? No. The only way for a character to make it to the Legacy Survivor Pool is to beat the game with them in your community. If that is not fulfilled, then there's really only two situations. Either A, they're alive, just sitting in your community because you haven't beaten the game yet.
Eternal, asshole.
Or B, they are dead. If they die, they're dead. If they get exiled, they are dead. If you delete that community, they're all dead. That's just how it works. So if there is someone you really want in your... Oh, didn't quite hit his head there. Ah, got greedy. Should have just waited for him to get up. Really? Must be hitting him right on his, like, sternum or something. That's a little bit higher this time. That wasn't enough either. Interesting. So I'm going to use the little notches here on the crosshair. Let's try that height. There we go. But, yeah, you must beat the game. Always beat the game if you want to save somebody. Number 2, how do I manage my survivor pool? I don't know, because I don't really care about my survivors that much. Like, I don't really use the survivor pool, so I've never had to manage it. I do know how you can thin it out, though. I know you can just delete your communities, like create a community and delete them. When you beat the game, you might be able to manage the community at that screen. But as far as removing more of them, I know the way that I clean out my pool of survivors periodically is just by creating a new game, loading 3 of them in, and then just deleting that save file, which, you know, purges them from the list since they're basically lost. And that's the way I would do it. But for the most part, like I said, I don't really care about my survivors. Like, I don't even remember really who's in my pool of survivors. Like, it's not really... it's not something that I focus on. Let's go ahead and make some of these now. Oh, wrong tab. I need this. Let's make 3 batches of these, I think. And I think that'll use up all of my... oh, that already used them all. That's fine. So let's go ahead and grab my bloater cloud grenades, and we'll put these away. And we're gonna blow these 2 up right here. The next question is, how do I keep this game interesting even if I'm familiar with the game on the maximum difficulty? This is basically a different version of the same question before. My answer to that is, if you already are really good at Nightmare Zone and you have tried a playthrough like I'm doing right now, a restrictive kind of fresh start playthrough, then my answer is to take a break from the game. Like, this game was not meant to be played day in and day out. Just play it until you're bored, and then come back to it later when you're not bored of it, when you just kind of get the itch to play the game again. That's how I played State of Decay 1. I would just load it up, play it, enjoy the game mechanics, and then I would be done, and I wouldn't touch it for 6 months to a year. Then I'd come back and repeat the process. Like, I don't think you should try to go out of your way to make the game more fun. I don't think that is a good idea. Let's, I'll answer some more questions after I
am so
complete the demolition here.
How would I get this job again?
Of course.
It's locked. Figured. Damn, too loud.
Yeah, we're going to do it a little differently this time. I am actually going to kill some of these guys so that they do not interfere with me throwing the, Okay, right about here gives me a little bit of distance.
Fire in the hole!
Right on target. That looked good. Okay, looks like the second one didn't have a full effect. There we go, third one. That's why you bring extras, and that's why we have 3 to 1 is the ratio I would recommend.
Can't be everywhere immediately, though, so y'all are gonna have to hold on for a bit.
Okay, I don't know what they're talking about.
My scavenging went well.
Most of the stuff is garbage that I don't need. I'll use one of these to repair the vehicle. Just to polish it up to the max. A little bit of a waste, but it's not that big of a deal. And then I guess I'll take the King Vulture. I don't plan to use it, but
Place full of cool stuff.
I guess I could just scrap it or sell it. It might be worth selling. All right, where's the next target? It's over here in a Swine and Bovine, which is a restaurant. It's also what the Halloween costume was named after, the Swine and Bovine restaurant, so a little bit of trivia there. And here it is. The building it reminds me of is a Hardee's restaurant. Hardee's, they have that kind of sunroof. At least that's what it reminds me of. Don't know if you have Hardee's in your area. They're actually fairly uncommon here. I don't think they're doing particularly well. Okay. Commence the demolition. Okay, so this one also kind of bugged out on me.
We're calling this plague heart history.
But as you can see, we didn't have to put too many shells in it to finish it off. Once again, though, that's why you do want to bring extras. I would say a 3 to 1 is kind of the minimum. You bring a little extra if you're still feeling like you can't completely trust the bloater cloud grenades. Also, remember you can use a weapon to finish them off. That's fine. I'll take this. This is good. Got a little bit of a refund there. I'll take that.
Slow me down.
I'll take all this stuff, actually. Some of this stuff is either good to sell or to break down, so that's fine. Another sample. I guess I'll keep that on my back, actually. I don't really have much of a nearby outpost. But what I'm going to do is I'll leave this marked, and I'll just drive to the outpost, swapping up to the map periodically. Then we'll come back and loot the rest of the heart. So, the next question is, this one does not have to do with State of Decay 2, but more of an AMA style question. It's, what is my favorite Pokemon? I would say my favorite Pokemon is either Lucario or Zoroark. Not sure which. I always use either of them in my parties, regardless of what generation it is. It can be kind of a problem at times because I always tell myself I need to use the new Pokemon in this game, and then I always wind up using Lucario and Zoroark. But those are my two favorite Pokemon, which is funny because my favorite Pokemon generation is the first generation. I really like just Red and Blue Kanto, and neither of them even existed in that particular generation. Where's my outpost at? Okay, I passed it. Next question is, will there be any new maps? Nobody knows, least of all me. In fact, just the people in the if Undead Labs hasn't talked about it, then the people who are going to know about it next is Reddit, just because Reddit is where a lot of the information is just going to wind up coalescing. But yeah, I have no idea if there's going to be a new map or not. I want to... Now, if I had to give an answer, even though I don't know, I would say my gut tells me that there will not be a new map. And I think that's because I think Undead Labs views it as too great of a task for an expansion. It's something that would be more appropriate for State of Decay 3. Once again, I don't know that for sure. That is just me going off of a gut instinct. Like, I don't think we should expect a new map. The next question is, was State of Decay 2 rushed? I would have no idea, because I'm not a staff member of Undead Labs. The game came out quite a long time after the original, so I would hope it isn't rushed. But my assumption is that it probably was rushed, given that it launched in a very broken state. 1 month after the original game launched, they created a patch that greatly stabilized the game. It was still super buggy, but it greatly stabilized it. So at the very minimum, I would say it was rushed by 1 month, where they could have implemented those changes that made the game significantly more stable. What building did I... Is it this one here? It's one of these houses. We'll check this one and then the other one. We'll see if there's just any... I'll just grab everything if I can. Might as well. Okay. Got his attention. His icon just turned orange. Okay. But yeah, I have no idea if the game actually was rushed. I can say from the results, it appears. I get the impression it was rushed. But I don't know for sure. The next question is... let me not crash it. Let me focus on driving for a moment. I should be able to see the heart through the window if this is the correct place. Yep. 4 items, which means I'll need to put some stuff in the back. Which I will now do. And I'll need to put this on my back to make more space. Actually, I can just do that. Quick heal, since we got plenty of painkillers. It's not a big deal. Alright, so now we have fully cleaned up those plague arts. The next question is, do vehicles with plows on them have better durability or gain any benefit to them? I don't know, because I'm not a vehicle person. I have used some vehicles with plows, and I will say that in my casual observation, I have not noticed the difference. I think the plows are just cosmetic. If you don't know what they're talking about, there are a few vehicles like the tow truck. It has a just a yellow like snow plow on it, basically. And I believe it is... Oh, there, you can see it right there, actually. Oh, convenient. So here's an example of a vehicle that has a plow on it. And I believe the plow is purely cosmetic. I don't think it has any impact on the vehicle's durability. I don't know, though. It could. But in my casual observation, emphasis on casual observation, I have not noticed it to have more durability. Can we put materials in? No, we cannot. So, into storage you go. Oops. You need to stay. And stay you shall. This thing is so ghetto looking that I really want to repair it just for the sake of repairing it. What am I doing? I can just warp it in. Is there anything in you? No. Okay, I need to get this van repaired. It's really starting to drive me nuts. Probably need... Let's start with 2 in the beginning. I won't use an advanced toolkit, though. Let's see how 2 toolkits makes it look. 1, 2. Can I put fuel in? Yes, I can. Let's put the fuel in. Can I put ammo in? No, no ammo. Okay, well, I'll do that. What's the next question? What is the best 3-man carryover loadout to a new playthrough and our vehicles included? If you're talking about a brand new community, then vehicles do not carry over. But if you're just changing maps, then yes, vehicles can carry over. But I'm assuming you're talking about a completely new community. In that case, vehicles do not transfer over into a totally new community. The best stuff to bring over, I would say, is... First, let me... Gosh, we got all these ferals here, so I'm gonna lure them away, loop around. Because I'm actually not really in a good position to fight the ferals since I don't have full ammo on my shotgun. So, what you could do is go back to episode 1 of this series, and you can see those are the skills that I would say are the best. It's the, if I remember right, it's mechanics, gardening, and chemistry. And then, as far as the stuff that you should load up, just look at the top 6 things videos, you know, the OP things and the top 6 facility mods. Take those things with you. Those are the most important things that I would say you would want to carry over. Let's get some ammo out and reload this. In particular, though, the things you definitely want to bring over is... You want to bring over the stuff that lets you make the Z biochems, because obviously the biochems are super strong, and you don't know when the next time you're going to get a quest for them will appear. That is probably the main thing you want. Bring your favorite weapon, obviously, so if I had an Echo X3, I absolutely would want to bring that over. I think I'm going to go hunt those ferals down, just because they're a little closer to my base than I am comfortable with.
Too much noise in this place.
There. So let's go hunt down these ferals. And yeah, that's what I would do. It's not... Like, since I'm so used to playing without carrying stuff over, it's really not a big deal for me to start with nothing. In fact, I prefer to start with nothing. But at the same time, I understand, you know, people want to bring the best firepower they can. Don't forget about the bounty broker as well. Any bounties you've unlocked, like, you can just buy from them immediately. So if you start with, like, the trader boon or something, the trader legacy, you're... Okay, so this hill is becoming really a big inconvenience. I can't get close enough, at least from this direction.
Enjoy peace eternal, asshole.
To get the ferals, so that's currently an issue that we're facing. I'm trying to stay beyond 40 meters right now. That's kind of one of my goals. I don't know the exact distance that the ferals will become aware of me, but right now I'm just kind of using 40 meters as like a safe... That's one of them. I feel like they're not united at the moment, though. His back is turned, I think. Let me just prick him real quick, just to... Yeah, I'm pretty sure his back is turned. You know what would actually be a better idea? Is, in this case, I'm gonna go get the scoped sniper rifle. Oh, we got one of these too. Let me grab this real fast. Let's see, where is the scope sniper rifle at? Is this it right here? Yep, Hunter's model. There we go. This will allow me to hit them at an awkward angle a little more effectively. The next question is... why do Cleo weapons suck? There's a lot of people upset about State of Decay things in this set of questions, but yeah, I would generally say the Cleo weapons aren't super great. Guns in particular. The Cleo melee weapons are actually decent, but the Cleo guns are not very good, and one of the main reasons for that is that they don't accept any attachments at all, so you can't silence them. And in Nightmare Zone, that's just not good. You don't want to use weapons that cannot be silenced. I mean, there are exceptions to this, but it's... I can't even see him, just the terrain is just really working against me right now. Hey, you know what, since he's away from the hill, what I can do is get on the hill, and that'll give me an elevation advantage on him. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons why the Cleo guns aren't too good. Another reason why the Cleo weapons aren't too good is because they require Cleo ammo. And Cleo ammo is acquired through playing Daybreak. Did he despawn? Yeah, he despawned. How interesting. We just shoot somebody real quick. No, not loud enough. I was wondering if killing that guy would make a loud enough noise to signal the feral, but I think he just despawned completely. That's that wacky State of Decay for you. Just never know what's going to happen. Let's grab these and probably lure in that. I think that's a Plague Lord we got over here. But another reason why Cleo weapons aren't too good is because their stats just kind of stink. They're just really not... They're not that special. I think the only really notable Cleo weapons include the Cleo Heavy Sniper, which is a 50 caliber sniper rifle, so that one is not bad. And then there's also the Cleo... What do you call it? The assault shotgun, which I believe is an automatic shotgun, which there aren't a whole lot of automatic shotguns in the game, so that automatically makes it a little bit more unique. Our goal here is just to thin a few of these guys out so that our shooters can focus on the juggernauts. Ah, kind of annoying to
Yeah, I knew
get a
that
few of these shots. It's so funny when they knock their own guys over. They're just like, get out of my way, nerd, loser. You're just a minion. You're just like a goon. We're the muscle of this operation. Ah, come on. Give me that shot. Nope. Can't see his head when his back. Can't see the glow of his eyes very well. There we go. Okay, we'll come back for the ammo later. Get their attention. Oh man. My hair turned like super gold there for a moment. Alright, we'll do the same as usual. Lure them out in the open and then blast them. Get the shotgun at the ready just in case a feral shows up. Let them have it, boys! Oh, look at that. Getting the bullet punch through right now. Okay, this one's down. Give me my... Okay, that's fine too. I wasn't able to get the other one though. What's this? Another plague horde coming in? Sure, why not? Anything else interesting? How'd this guy get in here? He just like passed through the barrier? Some of you guys might be cheating. Some of you guys might not be playing fairly. You guys aren't doing too bad. You just cleared those guys out. That was actually a okay amount of zombies that you just cleared out. What do you know? When you actually shoot your guns, you actually perform pretty well. Okay, what other questions? But yeah, that's why Cleo weapons stink. Why is Heartland so boring? Like, there's lots of people unhappy with the State of Decay stuff. Though at the same time, I agree. I think the reason why Heartland is boring is because it doesn't really shake up the gameplay. You're basically playing the same game. I think that's the main reason. And there's really nothing to work towards. Like, there aren't really any awesome rewards to bring back to your main community. Let's check to see if there's anything we can activate. Wow, I still can't believe we don't have that. What about
We'd appreciate it.
another quest? Deal with the feral problem. Survivor activity. These guys will become allies immediately if we do their quest, so I'm probably going to do that. Or they'll leave and just give us 2 rucksacks. Either way, though, it sounds like it is a pretty lucrative operation, so let's go ahead and give that a try. Let's bring some stuff. Since it's nighttime, I'm going to bring some extra firepower. Oop, not those, though. Wrong kind of firepower. Yeah, but yeah, that's why, also the stories were kind of a letdown in Heartland. They end too abruptly, and they don't answer enough questions. Or perhaps you could say they don't answer any questions. The next question, though, that I can at least answer is, why am I obsessed with this game? I have no idea. I mean, the game has many addictive qualities to it. That is the goal of many of these kinds of games are designed to be addictive, like games like Diablo, where it's all about, you know, collecting things, trying to survive and whatnot, just tinker with your community. So that's probably why you feel the Skinner box. Like, go to like Wikipedia and look up the term Skinner box, and that's probably why you are addicted to the game. The next question is, why do cars fly? This is also the final question. Why do cars fly away when I repair them? That's a long-standing bug in State of Decay. It's been there basically as long as I can remember. It's very startling when it happens too. Like your car just kind of gets jet boosters and flies off into the distance. And yeah, it's a very, very old problem. Hey, wow, this is not really much of a house. I'd like to point this out.
Hello. Feel free to walk around. How are you?
Okay, so I guess it's not a survival mission. It is a kind of like more of a bounty where I just got to go and locate and kill the feral. Yeah, I'll do. Right over there. Not that far away, actually. I don't even know how far I want to bring the car. Wish it was daytime, though. That is one thing I wish. Oh, God.
Take that, you feral fuck.
Oh. I believe that automatically completed the quest as well. So let me squish this to get that. Let's see what they're just friendly, so... Let me get this guy off of me. So, the location of the feral was slightly inaccurate. Looks like we might have a little bit of a battle here, but I kind of want to see what their skills are. Fortunately, I know that we have a bit of a battle because I have scouting. One of the reasons I love scouting. Just being able to see the zombies on the radar, get an idea of what direction they're moving in and so forth. Okay, let's see. What skills do you got? Well, first, what do you have to sell? What if I want to buy something?
Business partner.
I'm on board with
Wow, a ton of ammo. Jeez.
You're still on your feet.
You don't have a skill. Okay, that's good to know.
Good to see you.
You also don't. Do none of you have a skill? Oh wow, this is a great community. You got 2 no skills and driving.
Business partner.
Sure.
Pretty good. And if I need ammo, I know who to go to. Who are these guys? The surviving soldiers? Yeah, sure. Well, I think that's about it. And that wraps up all of the questions as well. So let's just head back to base and we will wrap this episode up. Will I do a breakdown of the pack? Probably not, because I predict it's just going to be cosmetics and weapons, and yeah, I think it'll just be cosmetics and weapons. I don't really think there'll be too much to break down. Typically, Undead Labs will just have a... they'll make an image where they have the names of all the weapons, and I have a feeling you'll just see clothing. You'll see a few weapons like that ice pick. And maybe there will be a mod. The mod could be interesting, possibly. The mod is also a little bit worrisome. If the mod is very easy to obtain simply by completing a bounty, and you could install it and get a morale bonus, it could serve to obsolete other rare mods that are prized for their morale bonuses. For example, if the mod they add is just a better version of the white noise machine, that would be a shame, because it would now mean that one of the rare mods that people really search for, the mods that people really are after, would suddenly be useless. Would be like, oh, what's the good of the white noise machine if this possibly new, but remember, I don't know for sure. If this new mod is what I believe it is based on its looks, and if it even is a mod, it could just be a video prop. It could just be like, oh, look at this like cute thing here. They're cold, so they're huddling near a wood burner to stay cold or to stay warm.
It's not gonna be easy.
It isn't necessarily
Gotta clear out those play cards.
I just killed 2, and this guy... Some of the random chatter in this game, though. But, yeah, that's what I think. So, I probably won't do a breakdown, because I just don't think it's worth doing a breakdown on it. There's really nothing to... It's clothing, weapons, and maybe a mod. But at any rate, send me more questions, and I will answer more questions. I'll pin another comment, and put your questions in the comment. Don't put them elsewhere, because I lose them. I will not be able to answer your questions if you don't put them in the pinned comment, because what I do is I just go to the video, to the pinned comment, and then I just write all of them down on a bullet point list on a WordPad. And if they're not on that list, I don't have the time to sift through like hundreds of comments to find like the questions. So put it down in the pinned comment in this video, and I will answer it in the next one. At any rate, that's the end of this episode. Like this video if it was entertaining. Subscribe for future State of Decay 2 content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.